What's going on, guys? This is a spiritual experience, and this video is about. This video is about how that this video is a message and a reason why this message is what it is, and this message is everything is relative. Now, what does this mean that everything is relative? And but I mean, what I mean by everything, I mean like most. Everything, pretty much everything, can be interpreted in a certain way. Even things that people call facts or materials or whatever can be interpreted in a different way or seen in a different type of light. Even things that seem obvious, like gravity or the ground that you're on right now, that you're sitting on or standing on, or chair you're sitting on or whatever. These things seem very real, but when you look at things from like the quantum, or not even the quantum perspective, but like the perspective of like matter, the way it is, it's actually not solid. It feels solid, but it's not actually solid. And what you touch, you don't actually touch. It's like your hand. When you say you're touching something, what you're actually touching is the force that holds that cell. There's like a force without every outside of every cell. It like keeps it from being disintegrated or dying or whatever. If that force wasn't there, we wouldn't exist as a person, because we wouldn't really be, and because everything would disintegrate us, and like the smallest things. I mean, this still happens. People have problems because this force isn't like invincible, but this force, it literally is in everything, every cell. So what you're touching is actually the force repelling your hand. That's what you feel. So this is what I mean by everything is relative. So why is this so important to learn? What, I'm sure you're asking, what is the point of this? Why am I to learn some other thing, some other fact or whatever? Well, because once you realize that everything is relative, everything can be interpreted in a different way. Well, there's a couple things that can happen. One, you'll become more open-minded. Two, you'll become more compassionate and loving towards people that you find that you disagree with, and because you'll realize that their interpretation is different, and that they believe in this interpretation and stuff like that, and just to name a few. And three is that if this relativity didn't exist, we wouldn't be able to create ourselves the way we want to be, like loving or joyful or whatever. We'd just be whatever. We'd be whatever the situation is, if we were just some chemicals in a brain cell or something. So just remember this whenever somebody says, this is completely fact, this is completely true. No room for interpretation in this. That this is a relative position. Because it could be true for somebody, and then for somebody else it's not true. So anyways, this is the spiritual experience, and I'll see you on the next video.